a.m. I know, gay people, and it's 9 a.m. Didn't we just get home from the club? But this is something new. I'm gonna talk about LGBTQ plus stuff and get our week started right. So get a cup of Joe, and I love me some Joe. Well, just not the way most of you boys love Joe. We have some things to talk about. It's gonna be a great week. Gay boys, I am one of those lesbians that loves my gay boys. But let's face it, this is an LGBTQ plus show at 9 in the morning. So if I want the gay boy perspective, I have to go to where they're at. And at this time of morning, I don't know. I'll call this segment Gay Boys Sleep Late. Where else to go find them than while they're still in bed? This morning, we're joined by model and performer Damien Lenore. You can find him on Instagram at Return of Babylon. So let's get in bed with Damien as gay boys sleep late. Good morning, Damien.
Ah, you're back.
Yes, you didn't fix that alarm code or anything, huh? I got in no problem. I didn't even have to I didn't have to show my vaccine card or nothing. Here I am.
I meant to take care of that.
How are you, Papa? Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
I am good. Where were you last night? Performing somewhere, doing what you do.
Just trying to stay busy.
Yeah. I let a boy out on the way in. I hope that's okay.
Yeah, he'll figure out his Uber and everything.
Okay, well, he didn't need his clothes either. Don't worry.
All right. You didn't get his name, did you?
I called him Sweetheart. That's probably what you called him too, right?
Something like that.
All right, so are you naked? You are naked under there. Oh my God. Well, there are a lot of interesting things that we are going to talk about this week in the LGBTQ community. So let's kiki on some of them. Now, let's begin with Amy Schneider, all right? This woman is a beast. She has won 33 times in a row and now has won more in her streak than any other woman in history on Jeopardy. And the amazing news here is that she is a trans woman. What are we all talking about, Damien?
That's fantastic.
Isn't it?
I mean, I heard that when she was in grade school, she won Most Likely to Be on Jeopardy.
Shut up, really? Oh my God, that's incredible. Well, she is a beast and she has won over $1 million. She is the top earner as a woman on Jeopardy, and I really do believe that she's gonna win it all the way. You know, she still has some to go. I think the top earner male was like over $2 million, and she has already broken the $1 million mark. And she's breaking all the rules. She's a trendsetter. I have some older friends of mine that have been watching and didn't even know she was trans. So she's breaking that barrier, you know? That's
amazing.
It is. And of course, she's gonna have some trolls and some people bothering her. What do you think about that?
I mean, that sucks. Mm-hmm. I feel like there's always going to be trolls, but it's like an amazing thing that she's doing. Mm-hmm. And hopefully, like, imagine she wins top ever.
And it's one of us.
Yeah, that's incredible.
And then that person in Oregon is watching it, just saying, hey, a woman is winning it all.
Absolutely.
Representing us, loving us without really knowing. All right. Fantastic. Well, Amy, we're supporting you and you're going to take it all the way. Next, in breaking news this morning, the National LGBT Task Force, we love you guys, has announced that the Winter Party is canceled. The Winter Party in March is canceled. Winter Party is one of the world's largest and most important party events and was sponsored by Hotspots and Happening Out Television Network. The event has been canceled because of COVID-19, right? So what are we all talking about? What do you think?
So I got COVID at Winter Party.
Shut up!
Like,
you got COVID 2 years ago when it was like all over the news?
Yeah, I did, yeah. And this was like, I remember going to Winter Party, and this was when you were just kind of like hearing little things about COVID here and there. And I was like, nah, this is not going to be a big deal. It's not going to happen here. Because you didn't think it's going to happen here.
No.
You know, and I was volunteering there with Impulse. They had a booth, and we were trying to educate people on drug interactions and how to be safe and stuff like that. And I'm like, oh, I'm doing a cute thing, and I get to be at this party, and it's like for a good cause, and it's fun and everything like that.
So you didn't have a mask on or anything like that because this was so early COVID.
It was like the beginning. And then
you got
I was
COVID.
Like sick as anything, and short. It was short, but it was like I didn't feel like I was being irresponsible because I kind of didn't know that it was going to be taking the course that it, because we didn't know back then.
Yeah, no, of course. You didn't do any of that on purpose. You shouldn't feel shameful about it. It was so early in the game, but now we know, right? Now we know. And this is a huge fundraiser, it's not just gay boys frolicking on the beach, because, I'm that one lesbian in the middle of winter party, right? Where it's like, oh, where's the bathroom? You see that one big tall lesbian? The bathroom is to her left. They'll use me as a focal point, So I do miss winter party, and I know that it'll be back, but I love the fact that they're trying to keep us safe.
Yeah, absolutely.
And unfortunately, we're probably going to lose a couple more events in the process. We've got a lot of events coming up. We got Gay Ocho coming up. We've got, we've got so many things, and you know how time flies. June is right around the corner.
Yeah.
So I'm praying that things get a little better so we don't lose more of our events.
Yeah.
That would suck. Next. The LGBTQ plus community has a complicated relationship with religion, but we're watching the Pope and the Catholic Church have historic changes on LGBTQ plus. What are we all talking about? I heard about an archbishop that was anti-LGBTQ, and the Pope kind of brought him down, took him down, gave him a demotion because he was anti-LGBTQ. Then I read about a nun, I love nuns, but that's a whole other topic, that had been fighting for our rights for over 20 years and getting all kinds of backlash 20 years ago. And that the Pope had just sent her a letter thanking her for her service, thanking her for representing, thanking her for thinking of the marginalized LGBTQ community, So do you think that they're finally acknowledging us? Do you think that we'll get a better relationship with Catholicism, with religion, with the Vatican, with the Pope?
I mean, this is a very big step in the right direction. Mm-hmm. I know a lot of us, including myself, have a lot of resentments when it comes to organized religion, because for so long we were told we're going to hell, our lifestyle is wrong, whatever. And it's going to take time to undo all of that, because it's been, centuries of, we're told, our life
You're an
wrong.
Abomination.
Yeah, an abomination. That's such a cute word.
Right, isn't it pretty? Oh, Faye, #abomination.
#abomination.
No, but that's what they make you feel in regular religion.
Absolutely.
And that's how I've always felt. And, I know friends that love the torture, that are a couple and will go to regular Catholic church. And it's like, why do you want to sit there and feel tortured over this? Yeah. Go to a non-denominational church. Go to Sunshine Cathedral. Go to a gay church, because we want to have our religion too. Yeah. But at the same time, to the Pope and to the Vatican, I'm also not going to be okay with your little crumbs that you're throwing at me now.
It's like, is it enough?
Is it enough?
It's a step.
It's a step.
But is it enough?
It's not enough. There, I'm here to say it's not enough. So Damien, we are very gay. We're gay. You're gay. I'm probably a little gayer than you. Wait a minute. Nah, you're more gay than me. So let's talk about some fun things, all right? Let's talk about some fun things that'll help us get through this week. So the Lambda Men's Brotherhood 2022 Kickoff Pool Party charity fundraiser is happening January 22nd from 12 to 5 p.m. at In Leather. It's $25 to get in, and it's gender inclusive. What do we love about this?
Everything.
Everything.
Absolutely everything. Mm-hmm. Why shouldn't we all get to be kinky and fun together? Yes. So let me explain what Damien is alluding to. So they usually they wouldn't allow women in, they wouldn't allow a trans person in and even if they were part of the leather world, they would not be welcome. Now, the Lambda Brotherhood is different. They want to include everyone. So this is the first time that I can go. And I kind of want to go. I want to see a bunch of hot naked people doing stuff that they like to do. I'll go with you.
Yay! Have you ever been?
I haven't.
Oh my God! And I know you have a harness. I've seen it.
Absolutely.
I've seen it taken off you. And I have a couple harnesses because why not? Kink is fun. So, and again, this is all for a good cause too. $25 includes food. You'll have a great time. You'll see a bunch of people, some with clothes, some without, and it's all for a good cause.
We can go be virgins together.
Yeah, it's been a long time since I've been a virgin, my friend.
Girl, me too.
Next, Ladies in Paradise. So, Ladies in Paradise is going to be at Hamburger Mary's, January 21st, 10 p.m., hosted by yours truly, FayWhat. I'm also going to be there with DJ Lady Snack Daddy, one of my really good friends, and DJ Zeno. What do we love about this? Hamburger Mary's throwing a once-a-month girl party.
I think that's fantastic.
Yeah.
I think it's fantastic that there's going to be a place on the drive for women to have their own night. I think that's huge. There's not a lot of that going around. That's a great to provide that space for people.
Yeah. We love the Drive too.
Of
We
course.
love Wilton Manors too. We want to be
Absolutely.
represented too. A couple of months, I think it was it was last year. The Eagle, which is one of my favorite places on the Drive, did a women's tea dance. Over 250 women were there, and you could see the leather boys walking in, going, "Did I enter the wrong place?" And then they were partying with us.
Absolutely. That's so fierce. That's amazing.
Right? And so now Hamburger Mary's is going to do it. They're going to do it once a month. I'll be hosting. It's going to be a lot of fun. Get your butt there, ladies. I want to see you. And my gay boys, too. Next, My Hollywood Pride is January 22nd. What do we love about this? Hollywood Pride is their first year doing this.
The first one ever.
Do we have too many prides, Damien?
We can never have to.
No? Like, you said that even without hesitation. You truly believe that?
Absolutely 100%.
Why?
Because we need...
I love it that you're awake now.
Yeah. You got me fired up. I'm like, okay. We need to be seen. And there's so much to celebrate, and things are always changing and progressing, and we need to stay up to date with that, and we need to show the world that we're still proud and we're still happy with who we are. We still love who we are, and everything about us is valid and amazing and artistic and interesting and different and the same. It's important. The world needs to see that. We need places to feel comfortable and proud and happy.
And celebrate, and that's why it's called Pride. And you know, what I love about My Hollywood Pride is that, you know, Hollywood is a beautiful, beautiful city. There's a lot of LGBTQ there, and they're making it more of a family festival as well. So there's going to be a part for kids. There's going to be Karina Iglesias is going to be opening. She's going to be headlining, and I love Karina. We're going to be interviewing her later on in the show, and we've also got you performing and your mom performing. But let's talk about you performing. You're going to be on the main stage, I believe, from like 3 to 4 p.m. or something like that.
It's going to be a long set.
So, what are you planning to do? Like, are you nervous? Are you excited? I mean, your mom is the host of the whole thing, Miss Velvet Lenore.
Yes. Yes.
Winner of every single crown known to man. So any kind of pressure being that like your mom's is the one hosting?
I mean, I always want her to be proud of me. And she also makes it very much a point to make sure the people that she's working with are going to be ready for what they're doing there.
Okay.
We've got a lot of really cool things in store. It's going to be very exciting. It's going to be fantastic. I'm still working on my head what I'm going to do when I'm up there, because it can't be a typical burlesque routine where I'm half naked because there's kids there.
Got it. Oh my God, I didn't even think about that.
Yeah.
Well, no, we'll close the kid's eyes. We need to see you naked, Damien. That's more important. The kid will get over it. Listen, we're LGBTQ. We all end up in some kind of therapy, right? I mean, so...
Oh man, to scar them all that early, oh my goodness.
You have to go check out of Damien and myself. We will all be there hanging out at My Hollywood Pride. Go check it out for sure. Next, Varla Jean Merman's Little Prick at Sunshine Cathedral, February 12th, 8 p.m.
Fort Lauderdale, Fort Lauderdale, Fort Lauderdale. Hello, Fort Lauderdale. I'm coming to do my show, Little Prick, at the Sunshine Cathedral on Saturday, February 12th. I hope you come see it because it's very important work.
What do we love about this? The name.
I love the name. I'm like, that is really funny.
And this is like, so this is like old school drag, or like Lady Bunny kind of time, kind of deal. Huge following. Do we still love and respect where drag came from, where all these performers got their inspiration from? Because this is like old school drag, you know, in comparison to new school drag.
Oh, of course. I mean, look at, you know, people like Joan Crawford or Lucille Ball or Marilyn Monroe, and people even before them. Entertainment starts somewhere and it evolves, but we still need to honor and respect the originators of the entertainment form that we're enjoying.
Very true, very true. And kudos to Sunshine Cathedral. I love that you guys are a performance space and will bring all these incredible acts for the LGBTQ community to enjoy. Next, Well Strung. I love the name of this group. Well Strung at the Broward Center, January 22nd, 8 p.m. 4 hot gay musicians that are a string quartet.
Hey, we're Well Strung! And we are so excited to come sing for you live on January 22nd at the Amateur Theater.
Where's that again, Dan?
The Amateur Theater.
The Amateur Theater?
The Amateur Theater, Broward Center's Amateur Theater.
And where can the people find the tickets?
Ticketmaster and
BrowardCenter.org. FayWhat.org. Can't wait to see you there. Beautiful.
Cute play on words, well-strung, because you're well-strung. Well, no, well-hung, well-hung. What do we love about this? I want to support more LGBTQ musicians.
Absolutely.
Can you play an instrument?
I really wish I could.
No?
I can play like Twinkle Twinkle Little Star on the
Oh,
piano
how
or something.
cute! Then you're so hot that you don't even have to have. You don't need to have like too much talent. That's what it is. You know, like sheesh. Me, I can't play. I can't whistle.
That's better than I can do.
That's all I got. All right, go get tickets to go see Well Strung. They are adorable. Well, it's what we will be all talking about this week and the events that we want to attend. I want to thank my boy Damien for getting up early for the FayWhat Show. And remember, make sure to follow him on Instagram at Return of Babylon. I know how hard it is for you as gay boys. Sleep late. Thank you very much, Damien, for being with us again. Next time, let's see. I'll bring you coffee, maybe.
I would absolutely love that.
Maybe next time I'll leave the boy that's in bed.
You know, I'm.
Maybe
You
I
don't have
won't.
to do that. You don't.
No,
have to
no,
do
I
that.
won't. I won't do that. All right. We'll see you next time. Good morning again, LGBTQ plus South Florida. This is the first gay weekly morning TV show in the world, and I'm FayWhat. I'm all about our community, and I want to talk about our interesting world. We have people to meet, we have events to attend, and it's time to plan out our week. You may have noticed that I'm a girl. We call it a lesbian. And you may have also noticed that we don't rule the gay boy world. Not yet. But that's okay, because I'm a gay boy too. So as the FayWhat Show develops, you're going to agree with me. Everyone in the L, the G, the B, the T, and the Q community have more in common than the things that separate us. I'll be here with special friends every Monday at 9 a.m. to start off your week. And I'll be inviting special guests and friends to make our time together lots of fun. Is our community important to you? If it is, I hope you will share this experience. Please like The FayWhat Show on YouTube or Facebook. On January 31st, you can watch The FayWhat Show on broadcast television. Tune in on Roku, Apple TV, Google TV, or Amazon Fire TV. I want you to support me in this endeavor. Next, we have a special guest. Let's meet a rock chick, my girl, Miss Karina Iglesias. She is a well-known singer that will be the feature on the first ever My Hollywood Pride this Saturday, January 22nd. Hollywood Pride celebrates their new 100% HRC rating. Karina Iglesias is best known as a top 16 finalist on NBC's The Voice and promises to bring that powerful voice to Hollywood Pride. So sitting here with my girlfriend, the talented and beautiful Miss Karina Iglesias, talking all things My Hollywood Pride. Let's talk a little bit about The Voice. You can't be tired about talking about The Voice. I mean, geez, you know, like, what was it, 2013? Is that when?
Yes.
Does it feel like it's been? You're like, yeah, it does
Yes.
feel like it's been almost a decade, right?
Yes.
Are you surprised, Karina, that like, I think it was like the other day that somebody posted one of your performances. Like, it's almost a decade and you still have followers and lovers of all things Karina that still go back to those performances and are all about them. Does that surprise you?
Yes and no, because I mean, you know, anybody can find the videos on YouTube, but
And repost them though. These are 2022 that these people are putting.
yeah. I mean, look, that show just opened a lot of doors for me, so it's been a blessing. It continues to be a blessing. So yeah, and I mean, it never gets old.
It never
for
gets
sure.
old. What was your favorite moment on that show?
Wow. Well, for me, a couple things came full circle.
Because you were Team Shakira. I remember that.
I was Team Adam first.
First, okay.
Then I got stolen
Then you
by
got
Shakira.
stolen. Mhm.
Yeah, but when I showed up to LA, that I saw the other contestants, and I saw Judith Hill, and I remembered her instantly from the Michael Jackson's passing and the movie that he came out, the This Is It movie.
Yes.
And I remember watching the movie, and I was a hot mess when Michael Jackson passed away, because
Of course, he was one of your
my
idols.
Of course.
Yeah.
My son's name is Jackson.
Uh-huh.
So I go to fast forward to LA, and I see Judith, and I was like, she's the one from the movie. I must ask her everything. And I walked up to her. She was very gracious, and she
Super
she's-
talented,
Yeah.
too.
And then I end up battling her. We end up on the same team.
Wow.
Then I end up battling her. And you know, I just felt like I was 1 degree closer, you know, to Michael Jackson, to my idol, you know, just to share a stage with someone who shared the stage with him was just a huge validation for me, huge.
So was that your favorite part of it all?
Absolutely.
Was
Oh,
the
and
battle
then
against her?
the battle, and then sharing the stage with Rod Stewart was pretty cool.
I mean, it's Rod Stewart,
Yeah.
another idol. Like,
Sir Rod.
is that what you called him?
That's his Instagram, Sir Rod Stewart.
I like it. What
He might be knighted, I think. That's maybe. I don't know.
He is knighted, of course. All those big guys, they should knight one of us.
Right?
Down, put a
I wanna
sword on
go.
one side and one side and make it happen. So that was, I mean, you probably had a bunch of great favorite memories. I mean, on there. What would you have changed anything, Karina? Would you have done anything differently?
Absolutely not.
Nothing at all. Like, you don't even hesitate to answer that question. Nada. You must have like hashed through your time there and thought, well, no, should I have maybe done a different song? Maybe I wasn't as prepared as I thought I was.
All those things do cross your mind, but when I knew I had a blind audition and I knew I was going to get my chance, I knew that it was my moment. And so I knew that I was going to enjoy it and be as present as I possibly can, because I was ready. I was ready to get the validation from my peers. I'd been doing this for almost 15 years up to that point. And just, to get on the show and get a chair turn and get on the show and make the live shows. That was my goal. I wanted to get on the show, make a team, and get to the live shows. And I was able to do that. So.
And how long did that take from the first audition to getting on the live shows?
It took the whole process was like about a month. You're there for like 30 days.
Wow, in LA.
Yeah, in LA. Then they tape the blinds. Then in our case, for our season, they sent us home. So I knew in October that I was on the show, and it didn't start airing until March of 2013.
Shut up. So you had to stay quiet, and we're Latina. We
Girl.
can't keep a secret for nothing, right?
was so
you had
hard.
to keep a secret for 5 months through the holidays, and you didn't tell anybody. Your partner, your family, nobody, like that.
Family, close people knew.
Okay.
But that was it. That was it.
And
Nobody
were
else knew.
people like, okay, well, we know you're on the show, Karina, like, tell us something. Like, bad, you could, nothing.
I couldn't.
Ugh.
And I already knew what team I was on, so I couldn't say anything.
Oh my God,
Yeah.
how difficult. Now, something that I've always loved about you, we've been friends for a couple of years now, for a while now, Karina, and if you look Karina Iglesias up on Google, all these beautiful things are going to come up, events that you've been on, The Voice, but almost never does it say LGBTQ, or does it say lesbian, artist. Is that something that you've made it happen that way, or is it just how it's happened?
I mean, to be honest, there's so many avenues in the music industry, and where I fell, at first when you're younger, you have your dream and you want to hit it big, and you want the record deal, and you want to get signed, and you want to be famous and reach this critical mass, but there are also other levels to this business. There's session singers, there's money to be made in recording jingles and stuff. So for me, it fell into the wedding band circuit and the cover band circuit. And so you're you're doing a lot of private events over the weekends and stuff. So I've missed out on being more involved in our community, because the weekends come and it's sort of like it's my 9 to 5. It's
your time to work.
Right, exactly. Yeah. So when the gays are partying, when I could be part of it, I have to be working. So it's just like it's been a double-edged sword. So which is why I'm happy to be doing Hollywood Pride this year.
Yeah, no, for sure. And on The Voice, like, obviously they knew that you were LGBTQ. How was that handled behind the scenes? I mean, there were other LGBTQ talent there as well.
What was a beautiful thing to watch when I watched the blind audition when it finally aired? They always pan to the family members, and they pan to my wife and my mom and my grandmother, and it said there, Karina's wife.
Oh.
So they were beyond gracious and supportive about it, and open.
And that wasn't something common 10 years ago.
Yeah,
it really
no.
wasn't. Think about it.
Gay marriage wasn't even legal in 2013. So that was a big move. That was a really big, bold move
on their part.
Yeah.
Would you do it again? Would you do reality again?
No.
Again, you didn't even think about that when I asked you. You wouldn't.
No. I
Are you different now, Karina, because you're a mom?
Yeah.
You think that has, your son is gorgeous. I'm not gonna, elaborate more on it. You can Google him. He's gorgeous, and and that happened in the last 10 years as well. He's 5 years old now. In the last 10 years, you've grown your talent, but you also became a mom. Did that change the goals? Initially, you wanted that contract. You wanted to be that lesbian representation taking over the world, a la Michael Jackson, a la Bruno Mars. Then Jackson came along.
You know, I guess your priorities shift for sure. I mean, I would definitely never not do music, but my focus would be definitely on bettering his life and his future and his needs. So yeah, absolutely. Parenting is definitely a game changer. I just wouldn't want to be away from him to do reality TV, you know?
How did you get through quarantine? I know how I go through quarantine. You want to know how?
How?
Watching your crazy ass videos. That's how I got through quarantine.
That's right.
You would be outside of your little deck there playing music for your neighbors. Is that how you made it through?
Yeah, well, I was just not working, and I was like, oh my God, like, I was like going nuts, not being able to sing, because it's just such an outlet for me, you know? It's
Of course. And you do
what I do. Thank you. And I have, like, where I live in these townhomes, the backs of the townhomes are like create this like huge courtyard. So there's like a big grassy like park area with trees and stuff. And one day I'm like, I'm gonna set up my gear outside, and I just propped up my speaker outside, plugged it in, started jamming out. Next thing you know, it just became like a weekly thing. And because we were social distancing and stuff, I had like a chalkboard, and every day when I was going to perform, I would walk the chalkboard out with the show times and put it in the middle of the grass.
What?
And people would walk. I had a tip jar there. People would walk to the tip jar.
Love it.
Yeah. People came with like beach chairs and lawn chairs and brought their dogs.
That is beautiful.
Yeah, it was awesome. It was awesome.
You made it a thing. You made
And
it
people
a
were
thing.
watching from home because I was
was
live
watching from
streaming.
home.
Yeah, I was live streaming. People were watching. My friends in Tennessee.
I loved your
New York.
shout outs. You're like, yeah, shout out to this person. I'm like, oh my God.
People were making me requests on the live stream. Yeah, so that's
What we have to do as LGBTQ to pivot. When things get thrown at us, we got to figure out another way, right?
Absolutely.
To feed our kid, and continue to live life.
yeah.
Were you surprised when you got the call from My Hollywood Pride to be the headliner?
Yeah, actually, I was surprised that it was the first inaugural Pride, and that they think of me, even though I've been slightly removed from the community and from events in the community. You know what I mean? So yeah, I was flattered, honored. Yeah.
Well, honey, I mean, I don't think, to you, you're removed from the community. The community always looks at you as you're part of us.
Well,
Para que lo sepa.
we're
Just so
familia.
you know.
Familia.
Somos familia, So, so My Hollywood Pride, we were talking about this before the interview, that they had gotten an HRC rating of under 50%, under 50, years back, and now they've got a perfect 100% rating. And, that's why it's a beautiful thing. And, we're highly represented in Hollywood. I love that area, and it's so close to Wilton, which is the gayest place on planet Earth, Women headlining, it's fantastic. But you don't usually see that at Pride events. At most Pride events, it is predominantly led by men, and it's usually men being the headliners, etc. Do you think that we have to work harder as lesbians in our community?
Yeah, I think as women in general, I think we definitely have a ways to go. But I like my gay boys and my.
Me too.
They're just fabulous.
Me too. I mean, they make me.
They make everything look good. They make us look good.
They always make us look good. But there are times that I encounter, lesbians in our community that feel that they're not welcomed by the gay boys, and it's not my experience, and I know it's not yours too. But I can see how easily they can feel maybe not welcomed in certain environments or anything like that. Do you have any friends that feel that way, or have encountered that?
No, I mean, I have it. I performed at an all-feminist festival the last couple of years, which has been amazing. But I've realized that I'm like probably not much of a feminist as I thought I was. Only because I work with so many men. I work with male musicians. 90% of them are male. So I'm constantly around men, and I know a lot of fabulous men and wonderful men, and it's just. I don't know. I'm at a loss for words right now.
And
I lost my train of thought.
It's okay. My breasts do that sometimes to women. Karina, honestly, so I've been following you since 2013, and girl, you're busier now than ever. How the hell is that possible? You are a busy ass chick right now.
Yes, I am.
What's in store for Karina in 2022?
Well, luckily after the pandemic, what I did was I definitely had to pivot because there was not a lot of work initially for bands. You know, we were doing between 4-piece to 8-piece in the bands to work, and now it's just transitioned into me doing a lot of solo work. So I actually picked up my guitar, and now I'm like playing guitar in my gigs, which is something I never thought I would do. You know, I'm not comfortable with an instrument. I'm comfortable with a microphone in my hand and singing. I can sing forever, but if you give me an instrument, the singing is gonna take second place to the playing because I'm so focused on the playing. You know, but it's something that I've been able to incorporate, and now I'm usually musicians don't work over the summer. Usually the summers are dead. You know, I've done Uber, I've done Lyft. I mean,
Wait a minute. You've done Uber and Lyft.
Yes.
So you're saying that you would order bleep, 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 and your ass would pick me up with your beautiful
Yes,
bleach hair? Are you
absolutely,
serious?
Absolutely.
What?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Humility much? I mean, I think we've all had to like sometimes just like kind of, hey, do what we have to do, right?
Absolutely.
Pivot, do what we have, especially when we're artists.
Yeah.
And there's no work. We've got to do what we have to do.
But the last 2 summers I've been busy.
Jam-packed.
Yeah. Beyond.
Any thoughts of writing any more of your own stuff?
Absolutely. You know what? I'm actually performing one of the songs that I wrote with Tracy Young.
I love Tracy Young.
Tracy
Lesbian
Young.
power.
That's right.
Lesbian power.
Yeah, I reached out to her because I needed her to send me the TV track to the song so I could perform it on Saturday, the 22nd.
Wow.
At Hollywood Pride. So yeah, I'm definitely going to be working with Tracy soon. Absolutely.
Well, listen, and Tracy is incredible.
Yes.
I mean, from Madonna.
Legend.
I mean,
She just won a Grammy.
You know, I mean, and she says it like that. You know, Tracy, congratulations, your Grammy. Ay, eso. Sí, yo lo tengo ahí. Whatever.
Yeah.
My Hollywood Pride, January 22nd, downtown Hollywood. Make sure that you go and check the beautiful, incomparable Miss Karina Iglesias. She's going to be breaking it down there from 1 to 2 p.m. Is that
1
when you're
to
going to be
2
there?
p.m.
1 to 2 p.m. Hollywood Pride, January 22nd. You don't want to miss it. Thank you, Karina, for being with us today.
Thank you, baby.
Love you.
Love you
friend.
too.
We will be bringing you interviews with interesting people to get your week started on the FayWhat Show. Before I finish, I want to tell you what's on my mind today. Addiction, alcoholism, that's on my mind. Friends, family, my colleagues, everyone knows that I'm in recovery, 7 years. And there's no way that I could have done that without all the support of my chosen family. So today I speak to any one of you out there in the LGBTQ plus community that's struggling with drugs or alcohol. There is a solution. There is hope. I recently lost a really good friend of mine to this disease, and I can't help but think that it didn't have to happen. He didn't have to die. I will miss you for a very, very long time, George Diaz Johnston. It didn't have to go down that way. And so for anybody out there listening to my voice right now, there is help, there is a solution. I am living proof that you can get through this, and you will, because we've been through so much already as a community, right? Well, that's the FayWhat Show. I am really passionate about trying to connect the L and the G in our LGBTQ plus community. It's often hard for us girls. If we believe that we are one strong community, then we must support all the letters of our LGBT and Q plus. Nothing like this has ever been done before. And it's why we start with inspirations like Mary Tyler Moore and That Girl's Marlo Thomas. It's a new year. It's been a tough 2 years. So let's be a little bit kinder, a little bit funnier, and embrace our tremendous diversity. It's what makes us so strong. Until next Monday at 9 a.m. live or anytime on demand, I'm FayWhat, and I am #ThatGirl. Thank you for letting me share.